it's Cleophia again and welcome to Crafting Shed. For today's tutorial, I'm so excited to show you how to crochet this hooded poncho. This poncho has a triangle shaping in the front to give that flare at the bottom, which allows for arm movements. And this is what the back looks like. It's just a straight hem at the bottom. And what I love about this poncho is this enchanted hood. I always am intrigued with this kind of hood. It feels like magic and wonder, so that's what I went for here. The crochet pattern is unbelievably simple. This is only 3 pattern repeats and uses only chains, single crochets, and double crochet stitches. Now let's get started. For the materials, I use 3 skeins of size 4 medium weight yarn. Each skein is approximately 200 grams or 350 yards. So you can substitute this with your favorite yarn brand or color. I use size H 5mm crochet hook. I also needed a pair of scissors, blunt needle, markers, and tape measure. So let's start with a knot and chain 107. So 1 V-stitch equals 5 chains. So if you want to increase the number of V-stitches, just increase a multiple of 5 chains. And this is now 107 chains. So make sure that the string is not twisted. Slip stitch in the first chain to form a ring. Like this. And we will start with this one. Round 1, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 double crochets in the next chain right here. So 1, 2 double crochets in the same chain. So this is our first V-stitch and it looks like this. Skip 3 chains and 2 double crochets in the next chain, 1 and 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next chain. This is our second V-stitch and we will repeat this 4 times. This is what it looks like. So that's our first repeat. Repeat this pattern 3 more times. Skip 3 chains, 2 double crochets in the next chain, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next chain. So that's our second repeat, which is our third V-stitch for this side. Then another repeat, skip 3 chains, 2 double crochets in the next chain, 1 and 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next chain, 1 and 2. One more repeat, skip 3 chains, 2 double crochets in the next chain, 1, 2, chain 2, and 2 double crochets in the next chain, 1 and 2. It would now look like this, and this will be the first half of side 1 with 5 V-stitches. Then crochet our first corner, which is chain 3, skip 2 chains, and then in the next chain V-stitch again, which is 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next chain. This will be the first V-stitch of side 2. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to put a marker on our first corner right here to distinguish it better. Then continue with 5 more V-stitches and I'm just going to cut 2 here. And it would now look like this. This would be side 2 and it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 V-stitches. Then corner stitch again, which is chain 3, skip 2 chains, then V-stitch in the next chain, which is 2 double crochets in the next chain, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next chain. So this would be the first V-stitch of side 3. Let me just put a marker again on the second corner to distinguish it better. It would now look like this. Then continue with 5 more V-stitches for side 3 and it would now look like this. So again 6 V-stitches for this side. Then continue with the third corner, which is chain 3, skip 2 chains, V-stitch in the next chain, which is 2 double crochets in the next chain, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next chain. And this is the first V-stitch of back to side 1, the second half. Put a marker on the third corner, and it would now look like this. Then continue from here. Continue with 4 more V-stitches, which will complete side 1. And it would now look like this. I'm done with the second half, which has 5 V-stitches. So I'm about to end the round. To end this round, skip the last 3 chains, double crochet in the same chain as the beginning chain 5 right here. So double crochet in this stitch or in this chain, then join with a slip stitch in the third chain of beginning chain 5 right here. So this is how to end round 1, and this is what round 1 looks like. So at the top, which is side 1, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 V-stitches. Then side 2 has 6 V-stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so is side 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 3 corners indicated with the markers. We have 1 on each side, right, left, and then 1 at the bottom center. This will be our neck opening, which is in the form of a triangle. Round 2. Slip stitch to the next chain 2 space right here. So we always start in the chain 2 space, then chain 3, double crochet in the same chain 2 space, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space, 1 and 2. So this would be our first V-stitch for round 2. This is what it looks like. Then in the next chain 2 space right here, we're going to do V-stitch again. So V-stitch is 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space, 1 and 2. And this is our second V-stitch. Looks like this. Repeat the pattern in the next chain 2 space. V-stitch, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space. So repeat this pattern, and I'll see you in the first corner where the marker is. And this is now what it looks like. We have 5 V-stitches for the first half of side 1. Then continue with the first corner. So take off this marker. To do the corner stitches on the chain 3 space, we crochet 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets again, 1 and 2, chain 2, another 2 double crochets in the same chain 3 space, 1 and 2. So this would be our corner stitches, and it looks like this. Then continue on side 2, the same pattern, V-stitch in the next chain 2 space, which is 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2, another 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space. And it looks like this. And repeat the pattern in each chain 2 space, and I'll see you in the next marker. And this is now what it looks like. We're done with side 3. To continue on the next marker, which is the next corner, the same pattern on the chain 3 space, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, and 2 double crochets, all in the same chain 3 space, which now view the second corner stitches. Looks like this. Then continue on the next chain 2 space, V-stitch again, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, another 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. So continue this pattern around. Do the same step in the last corner right here, and I'll see you at the end of the round. I'm here now towards the end of the round, so I just did all the V-stitches for this round, and we have the 3 corners right here, so same stitches for each corner. Then to join this round, just slip stitch on the third chain of the beginning chain 3 right here. So slip stitch like this to join round 2. So this is how to end round 2, and this is what round 2 looks like. Round 3, so slip stitch again to chain 2 space. We always start the round with at the chain 2 space, so slip stitch in the next stitch right here first, then slip stitch to the chain 2 space. Then chain 3, double crochet in the same space, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same space, 1 and 2, and we just did our first V-stitch for the round. Then continue with V-stitch in the next stitch, or in the next chain 2 space, which is 2 double crochets, 1 and 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same space. And we just did our second V-stitch. Then continue the pattern with V-stitch in each chain 2 space, and I'll be back to show how to do the corner stitches. And this is now what it looks like, 5 V-stitches for the first half of side 1. Then corner stitch, we have 2 chain 2 spaces, same pattern, just V-stitch in each chain 2 space. So 2 double crochets in this chain 2 space, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. So just a simple V-stitch right here, and then V-stitch in the next chain 2 space. So just basically for round 3, V-stitch in each chain 2 space, including the corner stitches. And it looks like this. Then continue, V-stitch in each chain 2 space, and I'll see you towards the end of the round. And this is now what it looks like after crocheting V-stitches in each chain 2 space for the round. Now to join this round, same as round 2, just slip stitch in the third chain of beginning chain 3 right here. So this is how to end round 3, and this is what round 3 looks like. So for each corner, we have 2 V-stitches right here. So this is 2 V-stitches right here, 2 V-stitches also here, the second corner, and 2 V-stitches here in the third corner. Round 4, so we slip stitch again to the chain 2 space. So just like round 3, slip stitch to the next stitch right here. So every round we start at the chain 2 space, so we have to slip stitch to the next stitch and to the chain 2 space like this. Then chain 3, double crochet in the same space, chain 2, another 2 double crochets in the same space, and this would be again our first V-stitch of the round. Then V-stitch in the next chain 2 space, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space. And this is what it looks like. Repeat the pattern, V-stitch in the next chain 2 space, which is 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Then I'm just going to continue with this pattern with V-stitch in each chain 2 space, and I'll be back to show how to do the corner stitches. And this is now what it looks like, the first half of side 1. Then to do the corner stitches, V-stitch in this next chain 2 space, the first V-stitch of the corner. So just do a V-stitch here, and then increase this round with chain 3 before doing another V-stitch in the second V-stitch of the corner right here. So this is just V-stitch again in this chain 2 space. So this is how to do the corner stitch of round 4. So there is a chain 3 in between the 2 V-stitches. Then continue the pattern, V-stitch again in the next chain 2 space, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. Repeat this pattern around, and I'll be back when I'm towards the end of the round. I'm here now towards the end of the round. So to join this round, just like with the previous 2 rounds, join with a slip stitch in the third chain of beginning chain 3. So this is how to end round 4, and this is what round 4 looks like. So again, the increase for the round is in the corner stitches by adding chain 3 in between the 2 V stitches in each corner right here. Rounds 5 to 30 or until you get your desired measurement, just repeat rounds 2, 3, and 4 consecutively. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back when I'm done with round 30. And this is now what the piece looks like after round 30. So this would be the front side. The design of the pattern at the center is created by the corner stitches. And this is what the back looks like. So the design of the corner stitches are in each side, just like the front. Next, I'm gonna work on the hood. So I'm just gonna crochet 1 round of single crochet around the neck opening using this beginning tail starting here to give it a foundation round. So this is the back side where the beginning tail is. So I'm gonna start here, insert, yarn over, pull through, then start with chain 1, single crochet in the same stitch right here. So single crochet in this stitch, then 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1, 2, 3. Then skip the 2 double crochets and single crochet in the space right here in between the double crochets. This is what it looks like. Repeat the pattern, 3 single crochets in the next chain 3 space, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in the space in between the 2 double crochets. So skip this one and single crochet here. Repeat, single crochet in the next chain 3 space, 1, 2, 3. Then single crochet in the space in between the double crochets. Repeat, 3 single crochets in the chain 3 space right here and single crochet in between the 2 double crochets. So repeat this pattern around. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the round. I'm here now towards the end of the round, so I just did a single crochet in between the double crochets. To continue, 3 single crochets in the last chain 3 space here. Then join with a slip stitch in the beginning chain 1. Then fasten off. So this is how to end foundation round 1, and this is what it looks like. And this is now what the piece looks like after crocheting the foundation round, and we're now ready to crochet the hood. So from the center, count the V stitches to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and put a marker on that V stitch. Then same step to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and put a marker on that V stitch. Then from this marker, the hood will be crocheted to the left around the back of the neck and end on this marker. So this is the marker where we will begin our row for the hood. I'm just going to start on this stitch right here to the right and join a fresh yarn. And I can take off this marker. So insert in the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, then start with chain 3. 1, 2, 3, double crochet in the same stitch, chain 2, then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. And we just did our first V stitch, and it mirrors the V stitch below right here. Skip 2 stitches, 1, 2. 2 double crochets in the next stitch, so we're just gonna repeat the V stitch, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So another V stitch which mirrors the V stitch below also. Repeat the pattern, skip 2 stitches, 1, 2, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2, then chain 2 and 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So another V stitch, and this is what it looks like. Repeat the pattern, skip 2 stitches again, 1, 2, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2. So continue this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I will see you at the next marker where we will end the row. And this is what it looks like. We stop at the second marker and we end it with a V-stitch on top of the stitches where the marker is. And this is what row 1 looks like. Row 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn, double crochet in the next chain 2 space right here, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space, 1 and 2, and we just did our first V-stitch of this row. It looks like this. Then V-stitch in the next chain 2 space right here, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space, 1 and 2. And this is our second V-stitch and it looks like this. Repeat the pattern, V-stitch in the next chain 2 space, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. So repeat this pattern across. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back towards the end of the row. I'm here now towards the end of the row. So this is the last V-stitch of the row. 2 double crochets in the last chain 2 space, 1 and 2, chain 2, double crochet in the same chain 2 space, then end with a double crochet on the third chain of beginning chain 3 right here. So this is how to end row 2 and this is what it looks like. Rows 3 to 26, just repeat row 2. So just go back and forth with the same pattern repeat of row 2. So I'm going to continue my work. I'll be cutting off the video and I'll be back after row 26. And this is now what the piece looks like after row 26. And at row 26, it measures about 17 inches. So adjust your number of rows if you want to adjust your measurements. Then fold this in half like this, the top, fold it in half. Then sew the edges together at the top to close it. And it would now look like this. So it now looks like a hood. I use mattress stitch to sew this together and this is what it looks like. Next, I'm going to crochet a band as finishing edge around the face of the hood. So this is what it looks like after crocheting one round of the band. I will call it round, although it's more like a U shape. So I started here at the base of the hood, go up and just evenly crochet double crochets and go around here and then go down and end at the other side of the base. Then for round 2, you start here and then go up in the same, then go around and go end at the other side of the base here. So just go back and forth for each round. And this is now what it looks like after crocheting 4 rounds of the band. The ridge design is optional. What I did here is crochet alternating 2 double crochets and 2 front post double crochets to create the ridge. And I ended the round with 1 round of single crochet in each stitch around just to decrease the round a little bit. Next, there is this gap here. I'm going to close this by stitching this edge onto the remaining V-neck opening like this. Same step on the other side. So stitch this together to the remaining V-neck opening right here so that it will now look like an oval shape for the face opening. And this is now what it looks like. So let's take a look up close. So I close this gap here, right here, stitch it together. Same step on the other side. Then starting here, I crocheted 1 round of slip stitch in each stitch around to give it a clean finish. And at this point, we're done. Weave the ends, clean up the tails, and we're done. And this is now what the piece looks like, all cleaned up and all done. So close up of the piece from side to side, and here at the center all the way up to the hood. For the measurements, the width is about 42 inches from side to side at the widest point, and from the base of the neckline, of the V neckline all the way down is about 23 inches. The length at the side is about 20 inches. The length of the hood is about 18 inches with a depth of about 11.5 inches. If you're new to my channel, please check out my other videos. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like this video, and please subscribe.